Hello, just me again, and this time we're going to be learning a treble crochet. So for this I have a chain of 14 because the first 3 chains classed as the very first stitch. So when we do our first stitch, it's going to be going into the 4th chain from the hook. Again, if you're not confident at finding this quickly on your own, use a stitch marker in that place just to get yourself going. So to do a treble, what we're going to do is again yarn over as we did for the half treble. We're going to insert our hook into the 4th chain from the hook and pull up 1. So again we have 3 stitches on our hook, and it's yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. As you can see, this is a taller stitch again, and we're going to identify the 3rd chain to make sure that we get that last stitch in the right place. So I'll just give everything a little bit of a tug. So that's 1, 2, 3, and we just place our stitch marker in there just to make sure that we do identify the right stitch on the return journey. Now I'll just continue to the end of the row and show you how to do this treble. So to yarn over, hook into the next chain, pull up 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and like I said, it produces a much taller stitch. So it's yarn over once, hook into your chain, pull up 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over into your chain, pull up 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and I'll just continue to the end so you can see the completed row. Oh, as you can see, I've actually missed a chain there, so I'm just going to pull that out. I hadn't, but it looked like I had. It's all, if you're in doubt, always pull out. You can always redo. So yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and we'll just keep going to the end. At least the good thing with crochet is you only need to really worry about 1 stitch. Okay, so we're heading towards the end. And again, as with all your chains, try and remember to have that slip knot tightened by a small tail, so that if you do have a small gap like I do here when I've put that last stitch in, I just give a little tug and it tightens that up and makes it nice, neat and snug. So we're at the end now. So our first turning chain is our first stitch, so that's 1 stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And to do our return journey, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and as you can see, that again provides you the height to do a nice straight return. So we'll just flip that piece of work over. Again, as with all the others, if you give your work a tiny tug, you will see the small holes present where you need to put your hook. So yarn over. Because this first turning chain counts as our first stitch, we do not go into the first stitch on the row, or we will end up increasing very much the same as the half treble, sorry. So it's yarn over into the 2nd, pull up 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then I'll just do the next stitch. And again, we need to identify the 3rd chain so that we can make sure we don't miss that last stitch. So that's the first one there, that is the 2nd one, this is the 3rd. So we just put our stitch marker in there, and that identifies that last stitch on our return journey. So just put the hook back in. So it's yarn over, insert your hook into stitch, pull up 1, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and I'll just continue to the end so I can show you that very last stitch. Yarn over, insert, pull up 1 through 2 through 2, and I'm just going to double check, but so that's one stitch there where your stitch marker is, that's your turning chain, it's also your first stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So we know we definitely need to go in there, but you can see that you could quite easily miss that if you didn't count your stitches or use the stitch marker. I'm just going to change hooks again to make it a bit easier to get into that last one. So you're just going in exactly where your stitch marker is, and as with the half treble, collect 2 strands of yarn, and that will make a nice firm base for the stitch. And again, swap your hook before completing to ensure the stitch is the right size. So yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and as you can see when I take the stitch marker out, it gives a nice straight edge because that last stitch hasn't been forgotten. So that's 2 full rows of treble crochet if it's UK terminology. It's double crochet if you're using American terminology. And the next and last stitch I'll be teaching through videos is the double treble. So I'll see you for that soon. Bye!